We are now learning that the Lutra brothers, who had fled and were absconding since the past 4 days, have now been detained in Thailand. What are the next steps officially, ma'am, if you could guide us?
Well, if your information is right and they've been detained, then it can be easily be deported. Because I'm sure they went on some tourist visa and their visa can be revoked and they can be deported and put on the plane back.
Ma'am, are there any challenges that law enforcement agencies typically face when suspects like the Luthra brothers flee abroad?
It depends if they were, I think if they're detained and they are already detained, I'm not saying in custody, if they are detained, all they have to do is now be put back on the plane, unless they are different kind who would resist or have violence, etc. But that's apparently not the news. So, which means that the visa can be revoked and sent back. So I think it's as straightforward as this, and with good relations with Thailand's government, I think they're obviously cooperating. The fact that they've identified them, traced them, and now if detained them, as your news is, then they can be deported back, put back on the plane.
Right. Ma'am, also could you tell us how crucial is inter-agency and international cooperation? So I'm talking the Ministry of External Affairs, Interpol, local police abroad, in ensuring smooth extradition and justice delivery, especially in cases like this.
See, it makes it if, of course, the relationships of the country are good, which are very good with Thailand. I think it should not be. This is where the fact is the red collar notice had already been issued. So it made it easy because that's now on the country to observe the red collar notice. So they had the legal opportunity to detain a person who's already on red collar notice. So that is where. So this kind of relationship matters, and law-abiding countries do that.
Right. Also, ma'am, from your experience, given both the brothers' vast business operations and resources, what investigative strategies should the police ideally deploy to uncover deeper links or negligence?
Well, it will lead to investigation of how they started the business and what all violations or what all compliances they avoided doing, and who conspired with them in violating. So the whole investigation will reveal the story of total conspiracy of non-compliance, whether it was land, whether it was theirs, and also it would reveal if any agency, any local administration, any local official objected to it. And if they did, where is that evidence of objection? So it will lead to two things. One is criminal liability.
Right.
And second is non-compliance of conspiracy of cheating and dodging and lying. And also third aspect of is who are the others who actually assisted them, supported them in non-compliances. And it could be any local officials as well. So that would be another area of exposure, who also can be booked because it's a part of the conspiracy, part of negligence.
Right. And ma'am, how do courts usually treat anticipatory bail pleas from accused involved in serious crimes, like in this case, after a tense international manhunt?
Since the investigation now is important in this case, that how did they come about doing this, this whole system? So I don't think anticipatory bail will happen in this case because investigations have not even begun. And it's so very important to know what caused this extent of negligence. Who all conspired? What happened on that day? What are the precautions if they'd been taking? What is the evidence of all this? So evidence has to be collected of conspiracy, of negligence,
right,
of non-compliances, and the agencies involved who have been a part of their non-compliance. So investigation is still not begun, actually. Therefore, I don't think anticipatory bail will be entertained at all by the courts of the day.
Well, we sincerely hope so as well. Ma'am, two last questions before we let you go. First, beginning with, what reforms or protocols would you suggest to prevent owners or accused from evading arrest in future tragedies, something especially as deadly as the one that unfolded on the 6th of December in Goa's Arpora?
I do. You see, all of them have websites. They all have registrations. You see, there is also e-registrations which they do where they want to, or they sell tickets. That means they are already using technology. Why should they not put all the compliances which are required on their websites and shows the validity or the expiry of the licenses? So the licenses needed for running such a business can be compliances can be placed on the website for the agencies to see whether this business is complying with. So I think use of technology is most transparent way of doing it.
Right. Ms. Kiran Bedi, we really appreciate your time.
And that is when agencies can check the website and then bring to their notice. But once you're transparent and you're on website, then there's nobody else who can come in the way. They don't do it. So I think that means we take the personal interest or personal vested interest away. But as I said, it's very, very important to now also ask that since these areas are known, who is the elected MLA of that area? Right. Who is the deputy commissioner of that area? Who is the station house officer of that area? Who is the SDPO of that area? Because all these things are very well known.
Right.
And they do develop a vested interest. We must know who are these people who are conspiring in this negligence to grow.
Ms. Bedi, really appreciate your time. Thank you so much.